In this video, we're going to take a look at the tune Skating from Charlie Brown Christmas. This is where Snoopy and Charlie Brown and the rest of the gang get on the ice and skate around and do loops. It's amazing how Snoopy skates without skates on, but anyway. So the tune is written by Vince Guaraldi, and it is definitely something that a lot of people do not play. And there's a bunch of reasons for that, not the least of which is it's a bit of a finger twister. In other words, triplet pattern that everybody knows is not the easiest thing to play. And I'm going to give you some fingerings for that. We're also going to talk about the intro of the tune, which is this pattern that goes, and it's not an easy thing to read or play. So we're going to go through it in detail. I'm also going to post a link to the entire recording that I did of skating so you can check out what the final result is going to be. And down below, I'm going to post a link to the sheet music and backing track so that you can practice it. All right, let's dive into skating. It is in 3/4 time. It is fast, quarter note equals 92, and it is swing. So for those of you that are not familiar with swing, obviously you want to accent the and notes. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's that second eighth note that gets accented, and that's where the swing comes from. And when you take a look at the beginning part here, which is this pattern, that is obviously a little bit of a left hand, left brain, right brain kind of thing. So you want to play the left hand first with 1 and 2 and 3 and that's how you write things. So this is 1 and 2 and 3 and. So this is the and here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And of course, I think it's a little bit easier if you play it with the right hand. So the right hand is 1 and 2 and 3. So. And those right hand voicings are not an easy thing to play. So C6, 9, this is your voicing here, with the A, D, E, and G, with the A being the 13th and the D being the 9th. So the 6th, I mean. 6 13ths. And then the F6, 9. And then the G6, 9. I'm not sure if it makes it any easier to play it slower, but we could. You'll notice that I'm using my second finger and the 5th finger in the left hand. Definitely think that's a lot easier than using 1. Because of the way the hands bounce, it's easier with 2 and 5. You're definitely going to want to play that like 100 times until it sinks in. It did actually take me a little bit of time to kind of decipher that in my own brain, but I've been doing it for a long time, so it's not that hard to do once it sinks in. And when the bass and drums are playing, it does make it a little bit easier. Okay, now the fun part, this is where it jumps into this right hand pattern, which uses thirds. So it's. So we're just going to work on that line for now. So definitely fingering is going to be an important thing here. So what we're going to do is 2 and 4, 3 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 1. And then you're going to repeat that. So again, it is, you got to get the last part in there though, 2 and 4, and then 3 and 1 again. So these are the same, right? This section here, those two are the same. And then you have to jump down and do it again. So you start on 2 and 4 again. So the hand jumps after the bar, and then it jumps down to 2 and 4. So again, the fingering in that bar just repeats, and the same thing here, just repeats. Now, I probably play dotted quarter eighth note here. I don't think it makes a difference whether you do it. I think it was originally written with quarter notes, but it's a little easier to play it dotted quarters, so the beat kind of keeps going on this note. Which is more swing. If you play it like this, so it's really up to you what you want to do, but keep the pedal down during this because it helps to sort of bridge out the notes that aren't that even, because when you're doing this in triplets, the hand gets twisted a little bit and it's not the easiest thing to do. Definitely playing it slow is good at the beginning. We'll get to the next part in a second. And then eventually you just want to speed it up. Now again, those thirds, it's really tough to make them even. So again, the suggestion is that you practice it as slow as possible. All right, let's move on to the next section, which is this part that goes from the C6 to E flat. And those are rolled chords. So where did that actually come from and why does that sound cool? And it sounds cool because if you look at the root of each of those chords, it spells a C diminished chord. So it's like C, E flat, G flat, and A. And that spells a C diminished seventh chord. So what he's doing is he's taking a C diminished seventh chord and just putting triads over top like this. And just rolling those chords. So. It's a little easier to play it without the top note in the left hand. So just fists in the left hand. I don't think it makes a difference if you just miss that top note. Or if you want to play the octaves. And so the entire section kind of goes like this. Let me just go back to the sheet music here, and we'll try to follow along here. And we'll get into that next section and the rest of the tune in the next video. We're even going to talk about the solo section, which is this pattern here. And it's a good idea to hang out in that video to talk about that solo section, because that's something you're definitely going to want to learn how to do as a jazz player, is play your own solo. Okay, that's it for this video. Again, I'm going to put a link up here in the corner to the full recording that I did of this. Check down below for links to sheet music and backing track, and we shall see you in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 1,000 now, so that'd be really cool when we get there. Thanks for your time.